Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything working? I'll take a quick scroll up in the chat, see who is here while waiting on Oh, I see myself. Yeah. Okay, looks like we are good. Can you hear me? Hello, Emily Thatcher. Hello, Meg Sampson. Hello, my darling Christina. Diana Nicole. All right, got sound and visual. Hello, Anna. My mom is here, logged in as Pearly Kitty. She's watching on like mobile data because the internet went out at the house. I understand it. Let's scroll up real quick, see if Angelica Bolschweiler is here. Hello. Melissa Catano. Lolita Daydreamer. Hello. Craig Jackman is here. Splendid. Amanda Benjamin. Great show last night, Amanda. All right, scrolling. Ed Marsh, Ed and Susie, waving at Susie. Scrolling. Damn, this must be that commercial break all of a sudden where we went from like 27 people to 8. That is one of the things that when I first started live casts would have utterly trashed me. Okay, Amanda's asking, is anyone else's volume low? Okay, Mom is also asking, can I raise my volume? I'm looking to make sure that I can do that without getting all kinds of nasty feedback. Check. How's that? I just turned it up. Ed waving back. That's awesome. Hey, Paul Carganilla. Yeah. So next week there will not be a LoveCast on Thursday. There also will not be a Fireside Tales on Monday. This is all concurrent with why I am shaved and shorn. Shooting a series of music videos. It's a really ambitious project. They have designated to shoot 11 music videos over the course of 6 days, and I've been cast to star as the lead in 9 of them. One of the leads in 9 of the 11. And it needed me to look like a conventional pretty boy pilot. I'm trying to get that description like with a straight face, and I'm still failing. So, going to be a nice little change of routine for me. I don't know if it's going to be a nice change of routine because I'm still doing like a few other things concurrently. Speaking of pilots, indeed. Hello, Carol DeWald. Hey, Serona Farron's here. Angelica. I think I said hello to Angelica. Paul Carganilla. Join us tomorrow night in the Cove for an episode about flying. Okay, cool, man. By the way, Paul, what time is that going to be tomorrow night? What time are you going on? Please post in the post your plug in the thing. Christy Davila is here, which I assume means Nick Davila is here. Katie Kaiser. Hello, Katie. Yeah, so I haven't had to be clean cut for quite a long time. And, but yes, it is, none of it was under protest. It's absolutely appropriate for the character. By the way, I do still have the braid. We're going to just like hide it under costumes and stuff like that while we shoot. Will I come play a pilot in the Cove? Oh dear. Tomorrow is going to be about an 18-hour day for me. So I have the worst trouble saying no to Paul. But no, I can't. I'm overextended. Oh, Rob DeHart. Hey, man. Missed you too, brother. Yeah. Tell Mike I said hello and I love you both. So, Paul, so you're saying there's a chance. I love Dumb and Dumber. That is just a wonderful movie. Okay, so I believe this first song I'm opening with, I think I originally learned this for a request by Miss Diana Nicole, and she was just recently saying how much she liked this song, and I was going to surprise her with this, and then she texted like 2 hours before the show and requested it. I'm like, well, not going to spoil the surprise by saying yes, but yes. This is the Old Crow Medicine Show. That's the group. This song's called Wagon Wheel. Head down south to the land of the pines, thumb my way in North Carolina. Stand up the road, pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me up bouquet, dogwood and flowers, and I'm hoping for a rally I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel, rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like a green day in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, the North Country winters keep getting me now. Lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and leave. But I ain't turning back, living that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like a green day in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking to the south out of Roanoke, caught a trucker, had a feel he had a nice long toke. But he's headed west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on before the sun. Yeah, my baby called mine, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die in rally, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, saw my buddy Chris Filkins wander through while I was playing. There he is. I'm scrolling up. Filchy, are you here? It's good to see you, man. Yeah. Love that guy. I was at a, Filchy, if you're listening, I was at a backyard thing not terribly far from your apartment. Oh, I don't know, recently. Like, I was at Christina Allen's. And we were hanging out in the backyard around a fire, and somebody picked up a guitar, started playing some music, and a guy was playing. He's like self-described not much of a singer, but he really loves music, and he breaks into this Jethro Tull song. He's playing Locomotive Breath. Now, Jethro Tull is one of my just dear intimate loves as a musician, and it's like the band, one of the bands I listened to as a teenager and just like memorized every note on several albums, right? And so this guy couldn't really sing, but he could play all of Locomotive Breath from top to bottom on the guitar, just like, the chord progression. So I sang the whole thing, and when we got to the flute solo, I sang the flute solo like note for note. And another guest at the small gathering, I don't want to call it a party, came up and said, "Did you just sing that whole flute solo note for note?" Yeah. And the host comes out with a violin from 1835, because it turns out that the person that asked this question is a world famous bluegrass fiddle player, and now wants to like collaborate and do some stuff. And when you're like thinking about stuff in a conversation of like stuff you should have said but didn't think of, I wish I would have had the presence of mind to play that song, but I didn't. That's all right. It's all happening. Love you too, brother. Yeah, man. Great to see you. Diana, I'm glad you feel special. I did learn that by your request originally. So, and was playing it with specifically you in mind tonight. Hello, Ruth Sanchez. Ruth, I've still got t-shirts for both you and Patty Pinkstaff. Scrolling. Oh, hello, Patty. Speaking of Patty Pinkstaff, I see that Patty's here with us. Yeah, David, I hear you. I also listened to a lot of Beethoven when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. All right, let's see. What do I want to do next? Yeah, this is another one of those songs that, like, on that particular occasion, I wish it had occurred to me to play then and there. There we go. All right, from the Beatles, 1965. The album was Rubber Soul. This is Norwegian Wood. I once had a girl or should I say, she was at me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. She spoke until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She worked in the morning and started life. I told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I woke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire, isn't it good, Norwegian wood? Hello, Nicole. Nicole Pierce is joining us. Yeah, haircut and clean shaven. Don't worry. And same thing to the devil as little dude. It's just a disguise. I assure you. It is. Yeah, it's funny because it really does kind of feel like a mask in a strange way. Hey, Suzanne. Good to see you. Yeah, I think I like my hair longer too, Suzanne. As I keep reiterating, it's for a part. Look, I actually have a part for this part. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm like scrolling back up, and looks like little dude's got an appointment for his vaccine on Saturday. My mama bear instinct is kicking in, though. I hope he doesn't have side effects. Well, look at it this way: if he does have side effects, this is your cue that it worked. That he did not get a syringe of just saline. This is your cue that his immune responses are responding, which is exactly what you want. And those will go away. Those will go away in like under 24 hours. Yeah, Filchi and I switched haircuts. Filchi is Christopher Filkins logged in here. That's funny. That had not occurred to me. Yeah, Filchi's usually got much shorter hair than me, and right now, all of a sudden, literally overnight, he has much longer hair than me. All right, I think I'll stay with a Beatles theme because the Beatles have such an incredible catalog. This is so This is one of those great spots where I get to like look up into the comments. This is like when you're at a full-on rock concert and the singer with the microphone is talking to somebody in the front row, and you can only hear like what Bruce Springsteen is saying to the girl in the front row. So I saw Kate. Oh, there it is. Katie said, "Normal person cosplay." I love that. I love that. Okay. LoveCast 81. Yeah, Christopher Farron with the semi-obscure reference to LoveCast 81, the one with the skinwalker. Yeah. I'm very familiar with the Native American lore of the skinwalkers. It is like a wonderfully crazy, creepy mythology. It was actually also used in a plot for like a major Hollywood movie maybe a decade ago, and I can't remember what that movie was. The hell was that movie? It was, I don't know. It wasn't even like the title of the movie. I just remember that being like relevant to the movie. In any case, another Beatles song. From 1967. This is A Day in the Life. I read the news today. About a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, I just had to lie. I saw the photograph. He blew his mind out in the car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before. Nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords. I saw a film today, oh boy. The English army had just won the war. A crowd of people turned away, but I just had to look, having read the book. I'd love to turn you on. Woke up, got out of bed, dragged a coat across my head. Found my way downstairs and drank a cup. Looking up, I noticed I was late. Made a fuck, grabbed my head, made the bus seconds flat. Found my way upstairs and had a smoke. Somebody spoke and I went into a dream. tried to count them all. Now they know how many shows it takes to fill the apple hole. I'd love to turn you on. Yeah. Oh, Dari is recovering all at once. She was rear-ended by someone in traffic and got a booster, so is like side T-boned by her own immune system. Well, Dari, glad you're at least okay. And she also thinks skinwalkers are creepy. Oh, and there's a super chat from Emily. Thank you very much, Emily. What a sweetie. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then my chat jumped down to Nicole Pierce saying, and he spat up everywhere. Like, no context for that. Okay. And Suzanne is drinking a beer with a bug in it. Hey, extra protein, but you are not having a worse day than the bug. Whoa. So apparently, Craig Jackman, there was my chat just jumped again. There was also another movie about skinwalkers in 2002 and 2019. Lots of references in IMDb about skinwalkers. Okay. Didn't know any of that. Well, moving right on. So, this next song, it seems like it seems like Katie Kaiser might like this next song a lot, and I'm not sure. I might be making a false association because I know Katie is like into '90s grunge, and this next group is a definitive '90s group, but is not '90s grunge. So I might just be conflating the era within Katie's taste palette. And I don't know, for some reason I just, when I was picking up my set list for this evening's show, I really wanted to play this song before we got to December. Let's see if I can move my capos and keep the all 12 strings in tune. Paul can relate to that. Yeah, I'll buy that. All right. So, talk about an outdated album name. The Counting Crows came out with an album in 1996 called Recovering the Satellites. You know, good luck recovering all the satellites now. Thank you, Suzanne. This one is... This is from the Counting Crows. The song is called A Long December. Long December, there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than last. I can't remember the last thing that you said as you were leaving. Now the days go by so fast, and it's one more day up in the canyon, and it's one more night in Hollywood. If you think that I could be forgiven, I wish you would. Na 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 na. Smell of hospitals in winter, and the feeling that it's all a lot of oysters, no pearls. And all at once you look across a crowded room to see the way the light attaches to a girl. And it's one more day up in the canyons, and it's one more night in Hollywood. If you think you might come to California, think you should. Na 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 na, yeah. Drove up to Hillside Manor sometime after 2 a.m. Talked to dear wife about the year. I guess the winter makes you laugh a little slower, makes you talk a little lower about the things you could not show her. And it's been a long December, and there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than the last. I can't remember all the times I tried to tell myself to hold on to these moments as they pass. And it's one more day up in the canyon, and it's one more night in Hollywood. It's been so long since I've seen the ocean, I guess I should. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na. Na Yeah. All right. Yo, Deep Sky Dude. Jason Jason Allen. Yeah. So, if you missed the discussion, it's a disguise. No, it's literally a costume for a series of music videos I'm shooting next week. And for the record, I had no say in who gave me the haircut. If I did have say, it would have been my brilliant haircutting barber girlfriend, Christina. But such choices were not in my control. That is also not to say that I like hate the haircut. It's, just like the person wielding the shears bit would it have been my choice, would have been my licensed cosmetologist barber girlfriend. I think I got all the terminology right. Yeah? I'm listening. And Will, I don't know if my mom, who I think is still watching like the internet at her house, is out. So she was like watching on like cell phone data, but she was literally like looking at the moon from the Midwest when, let's see, the sun would have still been up my time, but low, and it would have been totally dark her time, I think. I can't remember what day. And she was describing one bright spot in the sky as a star, probably a planet, and then describing it in relevance. I say, okay, where is it in accordance to the moon? And from that description, given her time zone and where she is in the world, I was like, I think that's Venus. And then I'll be damned, Deep Sky Dude, Will, posts a picture of Venus in exactly that placement next to the moon, like that night. And so I had to tag Mom in that. So, oh, that's awesome. Deep Sky Dude's saying it was an amazing night tonight. We did an outreach star party tonight for a local middle school. That's really, really cool. That is really, really cool. Yeah. So this would be a great time to just take a quick pause to thank the folks who threw into the virtual tip jar from last week. The folks that are keeping the lights on here at the cabin for another week and donated to LoveCast 80 were Miss Emily Thatcher, who also threw into the super chat tonight. Thank you, Double E. Ed and Susie Marsh, gonna wave. Miss Kathy Balcom, Nick and Christy Davila, David Benjamin, and one anonymous donor. So thank you. And speaking of keeping the lights on and keeping the place warm, all right. Oh, good. I just happened to see Paul Carganello loves that song. Yeah, it's like kind of right in line with Paul's taste in music. Diana Nicole, now you can join a boy band, Hunter. I don't know that the disguise goes that far. Mostly because of my refusal to play music that has associated dance choreography. It's kind of a deal breaker. I sound like such a snob. Susie, missed your last wave. Hi, Susie. Don't double-handed wave. All right, next song. What am I? Oh my God, I've got so much more material than I could ever get through tonight. I know you've never heard me say that before. Oh, and okay, so that last song, that Counting Crows song, I remember my dad really liking the Counting Crows. And thank you, David. I remember my I love you too, Filchi. I remember my dad really liking the Counting Crows in the 90s. And I think I'm going to do another song that my dad really, really, really liked. Oh, you can see the soot marks on my hand now from throwing stuff in the fire. There's another one. This one is from 1989, as I recall. Yeah, so the album was Heart-Shaped World, and I think one of my favorite things about this album is you don't listen to it and go, wow, this sounds like an 80s album or an early 90s album. It just, kind of like most Tom Petty albums, it just sounds classically awesome. And if you're not like if you don't already know, you wouldn't guess by how it's mixed or the tone or the instrumentation what decade it's necessarily from. So, wow, the chats and the comments in the chat. I just, this is one of those. Okay, don't get distracted by the chat, or just block it out. Because it's really funny right now. So from 1989, Chris Isaak's album Heart-Shaped World. The song is called Wicked Game. Let me dream of you. What wicked thing to say. You never felt this way. What wicked thing to do. Make me dream of you. And I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. With you. World was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I'm never dreaming I love somebody like you. I'm never dreaming I lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, nobody loves no one. Yeah. All right. Terry Smith. Hello. Kind of want to refill that whiskey, but I have got studying to do tonight after the show. I was deeply honored for a job offer that I would have never otherwise considered, except for kind of the honor of the offer. Like, the job doesn't really make sense in the course of my life, except how kind of honored and flattered I am at have been given the offer. I was just offered a position as TA for the math department for Santa Monica College. It was quite out of the blue. I was not applying for or looking for such a placement. And TAs don't really make much money. They, usually take that job like as kind of a method of practice on their way to becoming a teacher, or a method of practicing that form of math on their way to a higher degree or something like that. So I kind of don't want to take the offer just because I don't want to take that job slot away from someone whose life and career, that sort of thing, might really change for the better. But I'm so honored and flattered at the same time that I kind of want to take it, at least for a semester. I'm really split on it. So I'm sort of just riffing while I tune to give you that background, and I really kind of want to crowdsource guidance on this one. Private message me. Private message me. What do you have strong, passionate thoughts on the matter? Should I take the job? Should I skip it? I'm really conflicted on this. See, like Dari is saying, seize the opportunity. The way that I'm evaluating it, I did a 14-hour day yesterday. Today is going to be probably a 12 to 14-hour day. Tomorrow, I might get up at sunrise tomorrow to make tomorrow an 18-hour day. It's not quite like take the opportunity in front of you. It's more like the opportunity cost that I'm evaluating right now. Like, what are the other things that I could be doing with those hours of the week? That's how I'm approaching the dilemma. That's why it's a dilemma at all. Like, if I were recently graduated with, I don't know, an associate's or bachelor's degree or something like that, and I planned on looking for a PhD candidacy, that it would be obvious, take that while you are working your way through your master's degree, something like that. It would be really clear. David, you've got a very good, like, sort of humanist perspective on the question. Look at it this way: you're being given an opportunity to positively affect the paths of many students for as long as you have the job. No, that's a great way to look at it. But I got to balance that against something like doing this show right now. Would I be doing more good to just write more original music? I don't know. I've only got 24 hours in a day. And the way that I'm scheduling things right now in this particular season of my life, having only 24 hours in a day is a severe limitation. All right. So, speaking of original songs and such, so, I mean, Christy, is this a career path that you're interested in? I'm not currently pursuing anything that looks like take a career path teaching math at a college. I don't see that as either maximizing my benefits to the world, nor the benefit to my bank account. So that's kind of getting at what I'm trying to balance and answer. I don't know. Yeah, and Ruth Sanchez says you've got to weigh the pros and cons, cost/benefit. Yeah, that's an integral part of my current indecision. Dari and Katie are both chiming in similarly. I'm not getting enough sleep these days. In the last couple of weeks, I mean, my physical training has gone to absolute shit because my recovery is shit because I'm just not sleeping enough. I'm not I'm staying up way too late and I'm getting up way too early. Most of the nature of my question, I suppose, really comes down to time management. It doesn't. It's not about opportunity. It's more like about the time you spend doing one thing. Like my one reservation of the path of getting a PhD, for example, is I'm so passionate about learning so many things in so many different areas in life that getting a PhD means that I would have to focus on one subject and in one area to the cost of all of the other areas that I'm interested in learning about as we race toward the grave. Thank you, Filchi. In the meantime, I'll tell you that the LoveCasts are in no danger of going away, because this much Thursday nights, even if we change from Thursday nights to doing the LoveCast on a different night or something like that, like doing the LoveCasts is one of those things that I really want to keep doing. I love doing this. And I love the community. I love the people. I love watching people come together. I love that a few months ago, we happened to have 2 different people from the United Kingdom start tuning in, and that they lived close enough to each other that they are friends now. Like friends in real life now, because they were coming to live casts between the LoveCast and between Fireside Tales. Oh, and speaking of Fireside Tales, so here's the email address. Our collectively our favorite new addition to Fireside Tales for Wolfgang on Monday nights is Ask Hunter Anything. Somebody just asked a question this last week about Nazis and the Nuremberg trial. Like, wow, that was a great, solid question. Physics, philosophy, mostly like stuff that you were ever curious about as a child and never got a really good answer to the question and just kind of shrugged this off as something that you'll never know. Those are the questions that I'm really, really interested in. I find most of philosophy is not about finding answers, but about refining questions, finding better and better questions to ask. So, yes, Dari, I got your aha a few days ago. Thank you very much. Ask Hunter Anything abbreviates quite concisely to AHA, if you hadn't noticed that. I'm pretty sure that was Amanda Benjamin that first pointed that out. And yeah, Will, I am totally down. I am emphatically down. That's kind of like getting my PhD to exclude the pursuit of other things in favor of the pursuit of one particular focus. That's kind of the thing, because like I don't know if I should get a PhD in neuropsych, because that kind of excludes all the new things in astrophysics that there are to look forward to in the coming decade. I don't know. But yes, Ruth Sanchez, it is indeed wonderful to have this community to bounce ideas and life decisions around with. Yes, thank you. made you a dress of red autumn leaves, would you marry me in the fall? I don't need a June bride in a pure white gown. A little writing is clear on your wall. I was never the man to feel understood, and I can't expect that to change now. There are too many sides to even hope to be seen. Still, I just want to show you somehow. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. If I made you a gift of a braid of my hair, grown the years you took to find, would you show me just how you look warm in moonlight? Would you sing with me all through the night? As we're dancing in the sun, red low in the sky, glow the colors of Spanish mystery. You have to know, anywhere that we go looks like sunset when you're next to me. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. Casting on new links, my chain of reasons. Jeremy, it's great to see you here, man. I think I'm going to cut it off here now. Yeah. If anybody out there in the sound of my voice needs a math or science, specifically physics tutor, hit me up. And in any case, I'm going to let the camera just keep running for a few minutes on the fire so that this community may further strengthen by saying goodnight to each other. Yeah, further, one more reminder. There won't be any of my YouTube shows next week. Fireside Tales on Monday will not happen. The LoveCast on Thursday will not happen. They will continue the following week. So the week of Thanksgiving, I don't know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving yet, but I will be doing a Thanksgiving show, and there will be a Fireside Tales for Wolfgang on the Monday of that Thanksgiving week. And yeah, tune in for Paul's in the Cove tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And we'll sign off there. I love you all. Good night.